Welcome, Sagittarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your bonus reading. This timeless message is intended to support you whenever you find it. But before we do that, I want to thank all of you for liking and subscribing to my channel, for supporting me in all the ways that you do. But by subscribing to my channel, by liking my content, you are assuring that I will be able to continue to do what it is I love doing. So thank you so much for that. Let's get started, Sag, with your overall energy, the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is about deep healing. This may be about a particular heartache that has lived with you for a very long time. This may be an old relationship an old connection that you never forgot. This may be a pattern of relationships that you are looking at, you are facing squarely. And as you are understanding continuously, because this reality, this pattern comes around and around for you as you heal. That is the nature of the healing process. It's a spiral. So it seems that you may have healed this or come to terms with a relationship. However, as you grow more and gain more insight, you understand more deeply the origin of this pattern within yourself. This is you understanding and having fresh realizations about this pattern and about the inability that you have perhaps had to not really understand what love is. Understanding and recognizing now that the patterns you've experienced in partners has been cyclical and repetitive because you were not really ready or aware of what it was that you needed, or perhaps you were too afraid to ask for what you needed in the past. So this is you continuing on this healing, and you may be experiencing it through one relationship, your current relationship, if you have one, or your review of your relationships in the past. In your present, we have the Ace of Cups indeed. You are experiencing a wealth of healing resources and opportunities right now. You are experiencing a rebirth of love, and this feels very much like a fresh awareness of what love is for you, what you need in love, what love looks like. And this is surprisingly, my sense is that this is relatively new. Not, Sagittarius, am I saying that you have never been in love, that you've never experienced love, you don't give love in your way all the time. I'm talking about a particular deep love that you are only now recognizing that you have a potential for as you've grown that relationship to your higher self, as you've grown that alignment with your divinity, so that you recognize you have to ask for what you want. You must ask for the love. You must see it and ask for it. And that is a revelation for you, but it is opening up the well springs of not only your ability to be in relationship to receive and give support and love, but it's also opening up your creative well springs. This is opening up your imagination. You are experiencing a sense of wholeness on a level you may have not experienced before. And as your world is shifting from all of these new understandings that are contributing to the sense of wholeness, that you are enough, that you are worthy, that you are complete, is really a result of this ongoing willingness to really observe the pattern, to extract the gifts, to learn the lessons, and understand that would not be who you are without these lessons. These are things you had to learn. In your past, we have the Empress. Another 3, the Empress for me, with a Sag rising, is very much the inspiration of the artist, nature. The Empress to me is Mother Gaia. She is the earth. She is the planet we inhabit. She exemplifies the ongoing generation, proliferation of new ideas, growth, continuous growth, particularly the idea that there is no waste. Nothing is ever wasted. And this is part of the sense of wholeness and self-empowerment that you are experiencing at this time. I'm feeling that this is really related to a creative expression that may be relevant to you, that may be blossoming at this time. This is also the card clearly of motherhood and of being a supporter to others, of providing wisdom, guidance, and support, of being generous with your resources, of embodying resourcefulness. So this also is urging you to attend to your health as an expression of your wholeness, of who you are. In your immediate present, we have the Devil card. The Devil card is interesting as it relates very much to this pattern of behaviors and thoughts, pattern of expectations that you have experienced in your life. This may be particularly attends to your relationships and feels very much as though one of the difficult and limiting beliefs that has fueled your disappointment has been this understanding that you are or were required to meet the expectations of others, that your job was to fill the needs of others, to supply the needs, to be available to others so that they were taken care of, being the caretaker at the exclusion of self. So at the end of the day, you're tied to people or in relationships where there is nothing for you. You're receiving nothing from it. The only connection to you is a sense of obligation, a sense of being bound to a responsibility and needing to comply to the way things are always supposed to be. This could also be the tradition of relationships, the traditions and conventions of our lives that you now have the opportunity to center and release. This is you breaking out of generational toxicity, generational trauma. This is really you healing childhood patterns and really having the opportunity to choose yourself again. I'm going to clarify the Devil card with the King of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords. Indeed. There's a couple of different things that are resonating here for me. One is the way in which you have overanalyzed your relationships. You've overthought your expectation of relationships. You have worries, doubts. Many of them have to do with your not being enough, sense of inadequacy. In other words, you must, something like I must take care of others because if I don't, who's going to take care of me? Or I don't need all of the help that A, B, or C needs. They need my help. I don't need their help. This is really a butting up against the reality that you are complete and whole within yourself, that you are a master of manifesting things based on your own efforts. You are able to draw in those resources that you need, the abundance and prosperity that you have earned that has not been earned for you, contradicts the sense that you must take care of others and that you are not allowed to expect the prosperity and abundance that you are creating. This doesn't mean that you are not responsible for others or that you can't take care of others. In fact, you are well equipped to support others in many ways, but as much as a model of manifestation, a model of stability, security, and protection, less as and someone who modeling that shows others how to do it for themselves. You have spent a lot of anxious time worrying about the ways in which perhaps you are now feeling as though you had never really received love, not the kind of love that you now understand you need, not the fairy tales, not the fantasies, but the real, substantial, stable, secure, and protected love that you feel you have and do supply to others. I'm going to complete this reading, Capricorn, Sagittarius, sorry about that, with botanical inspiration. And I pulled lilac. And the key words are first emotions of love. Ben Hecht said, love is the magician that pulls woman out of her own hat. I'm going to leave it here, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for this reading, this beautiful reading. Until next time, Namaste.